right. Let's get the show on the road, everybody. Got miles to go. So got that, got that, got that. I think we're good to go. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Monday. It is patch day. Got the new patch out today. Got the new character spotlights for Shang-Chi and for Mr. Negative. Got the new buffs in-game. And the week is just getting started. Hope y'all are doing well. Rob vonShoe here. I'm going to be putting up some points in Arena because I need to get every single milestone I can get, all those units, all that loot, ASAP. That is all going to be most useful. So that's what we're going to be doing here for the next couple hours, whatever it winds up being. But hope your guys' week is off to a good start. I want to say big howdy, big welcome to Fried Nuggets. As first, Cheeto got dibs as second, and Cedar saying, Rob, what up, Cedar? Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Nuggets wants a Black Panther Classic as my #1 now. I know, right? You look so cool. I mean, just with like the flashy new animations alone, right, are really nice. Are really nice. But then you throw in all the extra damage and razzle dazzle that he does too, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm really happy with what they wound up doing with his buff. I'm looking forward to ranking mine up eventually as well. But with all those rank ups that I did in the video a couple days ago, the 4 rank 3 6 stars, I'm gonna need to wait a minute. But he's on the short list, especially with the variant 7 loot. Variant 8, whichever it is. The Spider-Man one with the 3 to 4 gem. Certainly is going to come in handy. I have not yet actually got a chance to play the Mr. Fantastic buff, which for me I'm super interested in, just because I've got the 6-star version. And he may be a rank up. He is a prestige play. He was not looking I wasn't super excited to rank him up before, even though he is a good utility option with those pre-fights. But now that he's got some damage, supposedly, I could be all about that. And Vulture, I'm hearing, is very nice as well. Nice upgrade to his kit. So all around, kudos by all indications. Kudos to Kabam for the buffs. Everybody seems to be happy with the buffs. All the buffs seem to honor the legacy of the character and give some extra flair on top. So that's a big plus. Silver Centurion, on the other hand, he's still bugged. So don't go ranking up your Silver Centurions just for the infinite spam, because that is most likely gonna wind up getting fixed. So Gio says this Black Panther buff is so friggin' good. Yup. Might take him to rank 5 after Mags and Colossus. I am. I don't have the 6-star version. I have the 5-star version sitting at rank 3. And he has been there for a good minute. But with the buff, I am 100% taking him to rank 5 for a couple of reasons. First, because he's awesome. Second, because the Awakened ability is a real nice to have, especially at a high sig. So that's why I'd want to do the 5 over the 6. But then also, too, he still does have amazing synergy with Tigra, Storm, and then, by extension, Storm, Pyramid X, and Elsa, who are 2 of my favorite champs to play. So, absolutely, he's going to go up. Just got to get them resources first. Nugget says, my weekend started off amazing. Marvel revealed all the next Marvel movies next year. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever title. Yep. And new, Eternals trailer, and then still teasing Fantastic Four. But yeah, Black Panther. Want to say big howdy to Mustang. How's it going, bud? Shang-Chi hype, Rob. Favorite Marvel Comics character. Can't believe they're adding him to the game. I hear Cable isn't bugged anymore. Supposedly Cable is not bugged anymore. I got to be careful what I say about Shang-Chi, because the only thing that is revealed about Shang-Chi so far is the character spotlight. Did a video on that earlier. If you guys hadn't seen, check it out. It's a too long didn't read, so instead of just reading the notes straight off verbatim, I interpret it, break it down, and keep it simple. But as far as the character goes, I'm going to get me a version of him, whether it's a 5-star or 6-star or both. I am 100% going to get me at least one, and I may or may not be taking him all the way up. He may or may not be an incredible amount of fun to play. Of course, I wouldn't know that because I've only read the Spotlight. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm very excited. Black Panther buff should have been for the movie because how his animation is like the movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, too, I mean, they still have Black Panther Civil War who could use a tune-up as well. Perhaps they're going to wind up saving that one closer to whenever the movie is released. That having been said, I mean, he feels much better. Much better. The animation, or the animators did a really solid job. Devin says, I opened my first Cav Crystal from the Thronebreaker calendar. Got a 6-star Nexus with a Corvus. I just can't believe that. I can believe that, but holy cow, Devin, that's amazing. That is so amazing. That is so unlikely. Like, statistically unlikely, but good on you, bud. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Congrats. Just love facing the champion, then he randomly gets unstoppable and then combos me to oblivion. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that in like story mode or running into those guys in Alliance War. That's going to take a minute to get used to. Speaking of reveals and whatnot, 6-star Punisher is showing up as an available champion, so I don't know if that means that there's going to be a new crystal or what, but yeah, apparently 6-star Punisher is going to be a thing too, along with the 6-star Unstoppable Colossus. Yeah, sign me up for that. Hope the early bundles drop soon. Don't care if he's BGT or not. I'll get him. I mean, if he is Beyond God tier, that would be fantastic. That's saying a lot. He's got some solid predecessors there in Beyond God tier. So I don't know about that. I know, I mean, Legacy did his standard skill God tier champion confirmed 100,000% video, as Legacy does. A couple other people put out some hype videos too, so I mean, it seems to have good buzz. Not knocking Legacy, just making an observation. Shang-Chi looks like he's from Mortal Kombat. You know, that's funny. I was actually saying something similar earlier. Like, a couple of his specials look like they're straight out of Street Fighter. But then, really, the way that some of the other animations handled, too, it seems like it'd be like a fatality from Mortal Kombat. Can compare him to Bruce Lee. He was loosely based off of him. You know, it's really interesting because I definitely get different vibes depending on which like portrait or illustration of him is being used or what movie is throwing. Because yes, I mean, Bruce Lee is, I think, the most straightforward comparison, but you know, I see a bit of like, I don't know. It depends because like the in-game model looks different than the character portrait, and the character portrait looks different than the promotional art. So just depending on like the angle and the lighting and whatnot, it's like, hey, that's Bruce Lee. Hey, that's Jet Li. Hey, that's, well, sure, why not a bit of Jackie Chan too? But for like the banner right there for the wallpaper, that to me is Lil Mac. I think it's just the colors. But because he's got like the reddish gloves on too, it's really, yeah, I just see Little Mac. Funny how that works. Doink. Want to say big howdy to Astros and hello, hello. Hello again to Cheeto. Doing Cav Chapter 1 100% for my next 5-star. Nice. Yeah, get that in now because there's only a couple days left. I got so much questing to do. I finally 100%ed the Cavalier difficulty. I still have Master uncollected to go. Still have a couple of days, so I'm just burning energy as I get it, but I always do seem to leave it to the last minute. I think it was the variant that did it. Like, I wound up focusing so much on the variant for exploration that probably wound up burning a good bit of my energy that I should have been spending on the temporary content. But, you know, too late. Tomorrow I might get my second 6-star. Got my fingers crossed for it, but hopefully it's Black Panther. She's also getting Mr. Negative no matter what. He looks just so friggin' good to miss out on. Yeah. Again, I mean, the art department at Kabam is just knocking it out of the park in terms of animations, visuals, and whatnot. Speaking of which, and it's not speaking out of turn, but they did say that they did pay a bit more attention and take into consideration flashy animation, because that was an issue that was legitimately raised with Psycho Man between flashing lights and that affecting people who are photosensitive. So they said that they went back and took careful consideration of that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to get one too. So remember when I was asking you for advice on my first rank 4? Now we got 6 rank 5s and rank 2, and I just beat 6-2 yesterday. I know, time flies. Time flies. That's a really solid progress, though. Congrats on the milestone. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Doink. Doink. Fully decks the Nick Fury special one. That's awesome, Cheeto. Not trying to do it again. He does have a dexable special one. It is possible to fully dex Nick Fury's special one, even with that disorient on you. It's just that since there's really no good indicators and the timing is different depending on how close you are to him, it's so friggin' hard. Congrats. They got to add 6-star Quake and Medusa. They do. Medusa for sure. But I saw that they also highlighted Dr. Voodoo. So Dr. Voodoo is slated to show up as a 6-star finally, which will be very nice. Really surprised they haven't done Medusa. She's good, but she isn't like game-breaking good. The amount of money they'll make from releasing a 6-star Quake will be out of this world. No doubt. No doubt. Like, even if they like released a crystal with like the old drop rates, they still would just because of who she is. I would not go for that though. I would not go for that. She would be good, but I don't know, until my 565 is completely irrelevant. Nah, I'm good to hold off. Do a little flaming fart attack right there. Beautiful. Also got Stealth as a 3-star, but he's fun. Hey, still got him. Still got a flavor of him. Got Stealthy as a 5-star like 2 weeks ago when I ranked him up, but he'll be at the bottom of my list. Fair enough. Stealthy really does need the awakening. The awakening is what gives his fury extra potency, and he definitely can appreciate that little extra punch. Pee-pee popping in. Hello, my peoples. What up, Pee-pee? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Patch Day live stream. How you doing, bud? Big howdy, too, as well, to Bruce Wayne. What up, Batman? Quinn and Ricochet. Good evening, friends. Good evening. Hope the weekend found you guys well, and hope today is a good start to the week. Certainly seems to be that way in game. And I'll take it. I will take it. If one thing's true after today's release and today's info is that my poor resource stash. Rip. Come on, dude. Do that. Get out of here. That took a minute. Cheers, all. Well, I mean, Cheeto, the nice thing about that, too, is that they have removed the ability to sell champs, so now you're stuck with whoever it is you got. Which is good, because they're saying they were doing that for quest content planning purposes. We'll see what that means and how that means. Just knocked out a few paths in Variant 6. 5 paths left. Almost there. Good luck, PP. Good luck. I realize that I'm not going to be able to get Variant 6 100% explored by the time 7.2 comes out. Most likely. Like, I would have to completely forego the first week, at least, of the new events in order to focus solely on Variant 6. And I don't know. That's a big ask. That's a big ask. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely want the loot. That 25% Tier 5 CC is going to come in handy. No matter which class it is. Alright, get off me, Gwenpool. Oh, she had my number dialed in there for the parries for a sec. Cam popping in. Howdy, Cam. Hope you are doing well. Good to see you, bud. Thank you very much for stopping by. Cam MCOC, everybody. Did my 9th rewatch of the Snyder Cut. It's amazing. So I've heard. I haven't done it yet. I haven't gotten there yet. I mean, maybe when by the time Shang-Chi the Arena rolls around and I'm grinding for that 5-star, then I'll probably go for it. But that's what I hear. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, and definitely sounds like, from what you're saying, is well worth it. So I'm excited. Kim popping in saying hi. What up, Kim? Mirrorverse Monday continuing next week. This week with the update taking a break. Yeah, Ricochet. That's what it was. That's what it was. Wow, she. What? Did I missed my parry? I thought I had that one. I really thought I had that parry. All right, but yeah, to answer your question, yeah, just because of the massive patch today, the buffs, and the character kits. So Mirrorverse Monday is going to be picking up again next week. Keep rolling with some of that. Because I really do want to make Disney Mirrorverse, at least for one of the days, a regular thing on the channel. It's a really fun game. I enjoy playing it. I know they're still building up to the official worldwide release, but having a lot of fun with it. Legend says, what's going on, Rob vonShoe? Thanks for the like and the comment on Twitter. My round 1 grind for Silver Centurion. Yeah, congrats on getting them too, bud. That's right. Shouldn't. What are your thoughts for a round 2 cutoff? I'm going to say he's going to go lower. I don't think that the infinite loop bug is going to wind up driving people to grind him out. Just because I think by and large, everyone who's posted a video has acknowledged that it's a bug and it's going to change. So I feel like the overall community has gotten that and already understood that, but also gets it again. So I'd say he'd probably go for the same, if not maybe like 5 million lower. It just really depends. No, I think at least the same or 5 mil lower. So if you want to go for the Awakening, that's my 2 cents. Pew 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 pew. Monkey pulling weapons out of all over the place. Alright, Nuggets, take care, bud. We'll see you in a minute. Or we'll see you later. So I'm going to come back. See you in a minute. There we go. Had it right the first time. Also, while I think of it, guys, happy early May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. It's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow local time. It's already tomorrow for some of you folks out there, but I think the official celebration or kickoff in the next 12, 14 hours or so. And a Bad Batch is coming out. We'll see how the show goes. See if it can wind up differentiating itself as a show, or if it's going to still like have that specter of Clone Wars season 8 lingering over. Looks good though. I really appreciate the touch up to the animation. PP also going to be doubling down on the Snyder Cut. Nice. I'm getting my queue ready, guys. I'm getting my queue ready. I'm going to be grinding a lot this month. I've had a nice little hiatus, nice little break. Go do some other stuff in game and all that. But May is gonna be nuts. May is gonna be nuts. The Snyder Cut makes you not want to watch the original. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be like that, much like how there's like 8 different versions of Blade Runner. So you got to pick your definitive version. And it sounds like Snyder Cut is it. And hopefully it stays that way and they don't keep tinkering with it like they did with Blade Runner to get to the definitive cut. Play along with Tiger here. Dexy Dex. Launch that, launch that. Get out of here, dude. Venom is straight up Tiger food. I love it. I think I'm doing Abyss before 7-2. Might do an initial clear if there are some easy paths. There will always be an easy path. Like how easy the easy path is, that's certainly up for debate, but there's always at least one quote-unquote easy path. Do you appreciate the quality of life improvement with the with 7.2? How instead of like you're stuck with a boss, like whoever the designated boss is for the path you go on, now you can teleport to any of the bosses, as I understand it. So you can fight any boss in any order, no matter which path you go on, which is a really nice quality of life improvement. Could make for some more interesting team combinations too. Rocky asked, thoughts on the Mr. Fantastic buff? I really like it. I really like it. Like, I had been on the fence already about whether or not I wanted to rank up my 6-star version. He's already ranked 2, and he was already ranked up just for the pre-fights, just to have a tanky Mr. Fantastic to bring with. But, yeah, I mean, now that he's got some solid damage numbers behind him, I need to do some more testing with him by himself. A lot of the videos that I had seen already have Mr. Fantastic as either part of the Council of Reeds synergy with 3 or 4 Mr. Fantastics on a squad, or a full Fantastic Four synergy, which is great to maximize sort of like his potential, but it's not a very realistic team. There are not very many options or occasions where it is optimal to bring that many of Fantastic Four members or that many science champions, for that matter. But it's looking good. It's looking good. What upcoming Marvel project are you most excited for? Oh, that's tough. Most excited for? I don't know. Probably Spider-Man. Probably. Just depends how they do it. Because if Spider-Man winds up playing similar to how Spider-Verse played out, where they introduce a slew of various characters, but each character has, their own agency, their own time to shine. They exist for a purpose. And they feel like they're contributing something aside from just being like, oh, this is this version Spider-Man. That's fun. And they're just there. So if they do something like that with No Way Home, then I'm certainly on board. And plus, just if rumors wound up panning out, just seeing some of the old faces again just is fun. But that's tough. That's tough because Loki could be a lot of fun. Multiverse of Madness could be a lot of fun. I'm excited for Black Panther, but that's so far in the speculative category still. Like what they actually want to do with it, or like what direction they want to take it. There's so many different possibilities. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. A lot of good stuff. Also, Bad Batch is coming out. Heck yeah. In, frankly, in 3.5 hours. Because it's a midnight drop, I think, right? And you know what? I'm looking forward to What If. I love What If storylines. Like, ever since I was a kid, there was a series of three books, comics, trade paperbacks, basically. That was like a what if for Star Wars, right? And I just ate that up. It's like, what if Luke missed the shot and there was like one for each movie, right? So for New Hope, for Empire, and then for Jedi, right? So the first one is like, what happens if Luke missed the shot and the Death Star destroys Yavin, and then what? Second one, I think, was, if I remember right, what if Luke joined Vader? And then the third one was like, I'm trying to remember. I know for sure it's like, what if Yoda didn't die? And that one was a bit silly. Spoilers for a book that's 20 years old. Yoda basically pilots the Death Star and like goes on a ramming mission to like Palpatine, and that's how he kills Palpatine. He drives the bloody friggin' Death Star into a planet. It's a bit silly. That one's a bit silly, but the other ones are like, oh hey, that's fun. New movie, The Marvels, is going to be about Carol, Kamala, and Monica, and think it's a waste of a movie. Maybe. Maybe. Uh, is Monica confirmed for it? I mean, one would assume just based off of how the end of WandaVision went, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All I know is that they got to redeem Nick in somewhere. I mean, he's basically in every movie in some fashion, so they could do it just about anywhere. But like, the abuse of Nick Fury in Captain Marvel is not only just so out of left field in terms of narrative storytelling that the entire rest of the MCU has taken, but is also a betrayal of the character. So hopefully, at some point, he gets his due again. Because like you compare the Nick Fury, I mean, granted, one could argue it's like, oh, well, there's like a 20-year difference between the Nick Fury of Winter Soldier and the Nick Fury of Captain Marvel. But you still done him dirty. Council Reeds is so impractical, to be honest. Yeah, and then also, Cam, from my testing too, there was an extremely negligible difference in terms of damage output between having 2 reads on a squad and having 5 reads on a squad. Because, I mean, like, for one, you know, the farther down the roster you get, each additional read is diminishing returns, right, for the same synergy over and over and over again. But then also at the same time, too, you know, the 5-star version is less potent than the 6-star version, and the 4 less than the 5, and so on and so forth. So I was like, yeah, I mean, you get a bump from having 5 reads on a squad, but not as much as one would expect. 2 I could roll with, but because then at the same time you get 2 sets of the pre-fights, but more than that is grossly overkill. Fantastic Four is going to be the best movie in the phase. Maybe. I mean, maybe. It's certainly got the most name recognition. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't tease or hint at casting at all. Because everybody knew Fantastic Four was already coming. I mean, they had practically already announced it already. So for them to be like, hey, Fantastic Four, it's like, yes, we know. Cool, but... And? So, I don't know. G says, will the event come tomorrow? No, the event will be on Wednesday. So, 2 days from now. Yeah, thankfully, I got so much content to do still. Diane says, hello, Rob. What up, Diane? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Star Wars Legends. Oh, is that what it was? Okay. I thought Legends was something else. Like a series of comics as opposed to like a single one-off story. Or perhaps I'm getting it confused, having read like the entire compendium, and it was released originally as single issues. Kind of like Dark Knight Returns. I never read Dark Knight Returns as individual comics. I've only ever read it as the entire story. But then again, that was a bit before my time. Not as much as I'd like before my time, but still before my time. Putting content out this month is hectic as hell. Yeah. Yes, it is. See, but that's walking the line, though, too, because it's a very tight budgeting of time between putting out content, for one, putting out content that's worth putting out, for 2, playing the game just, you know, for yourself, which is always, you know, the top priority. And then all the Alliance stuff. Alliance Quest, Alliance War, all that good jazz. Which is good. It's worth it because it's all good stuff to get going and get done. And the content, this is... I had mentioned it, I forget earlier if it was either on Twitter or where, but I'm pretty sure that this month, just based off of, was it the patch notes from the other day? Come on, dude. Jesus, just throw your friggin' special already. I'm dancing around the entire stage. I don't think I can get... I might. I want to go for it. Yeah, okay. Good lord, passive AI. But just based on the patch notes, that May here is going to be the most chock-full, busy, biggest patch, or month especially, that the game has ever had, especially for endgame players, or which is Cavalier and above. There's something for everybody, which is always the goal. But it's gonna be a busy month, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, we had the patch notes a couple days ago. We have the character spotlights today. I'm 100% amped for Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What If is awesome, especially with the Watcher in it. All right. This is one of those words that I've read, but saying aloud I have not heard. So was it Udu? Autu? I don't know. The Watcher is such an awesome character. Big baby cosmic. Yeah, he's made an appearance here in game too in the motion comics, I think, right? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we're still supposedly getting that giant, like, MCOC dragon character villain at some point from the 6-year anniversary video in December. Naz says, "Hey Rob, what up, Naz? Good to see you, my friend. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?" I'm surprised they went with Fantastic Four before Mutants, because they just did Thanos, and with the Fantastic Four, they have to introduce Silver Surfer and Doctor Doom. See, it depends how they wind up doing it. Like, a X-Men movie may wind up being like the next version of Avengers, because the way that I had speculated is that they would wind up introducing a mutant. A mutant in this movie, a mutant in that movie, and then the X-Men movie would be like all the mutants getting together, right? Because they already teased Namor a little bit in Endgame and go from there, right? It's like, this is the one with Storm in it, so on and so forth, right? And then you get like Professor X in the post-credits, and he's like, "I'd like to talk to you about the, I don't know, X-Men Initiative." But we'll see. I mean, those guys are just printing money at this point. I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. Quinn, I think it must be Star Wars Infinities. It must be. Legends sounds familiar, but I always had a different memory of Legends. And then, of course, there's all the EU stuff, too. You know what game I'd love to see a remaster of? Or, yeah, not even a remaster, just like a reimagining of, by 2021 standards, is Shadows of the Empire. It's not canon anymore, yet. But that was such a fun game to play on N64, and a fun comic to read, too. update the story a little bit, update the game a little bit. I say both of those things as if like the story isn't pushing 30 years old. But I mean, if they're doing like spiritual successors to Rogue Squadron, then I think they could do a spiritual successor to Shadows of the Empire. Oh yeah, there's the Secret Invasion show too. Good lord. Sorry guys, I'm still getting caught up on chat. Come on. Come on, Nebula. Oh, that's right. She's, I'm a robot. She's Nebula and I'm a robot. That's right. What happened to Hood's buff? How much more time is Kabam going to take? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Hood probably was slated to come out this month, and then Odin happened. And then they had to prioritize. Red Dog popping in, waving and saying howdy. What up, Red Dog? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, bud? Hey, Donut Cop 2. What up, Donut Cop? I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Yeah, that was the second post credit. After the final credits roll, then Nick Fury's like, nah, just kidding. You've been served. Text that, text that. Get the little fart plume fire in my face. 'Cause nothing can be easy. Pardon my Wookiee. The language of the Wookiees is Wookiees, I think, right? Pardon me, my Wookiees is a bit rusty, but did you say doing the grind for this guy at 10 mil right now? I think that's excellent pacing. He went for like what, high 50s, low 60, round one. So yeah, I mean you're in good shape. Another dude gaming says, "What up, Rob? What up, bud? Hope you are doing most excellent. How's your Monday?" There is Star Wars canon and Legends. Legends is when George was boss and Disney took over and restarted most things. That's canon. Yeah, but Legends I thought was a brand of stories as opposed to the expanded universe. Well, and then too, PP, it also depends on whether they wind up keeping the sequel trilogy canon or turn the entire sequel trilogy into a what if. Just really depends. Because I mean, you've got like Dave Filoni, right? And the new brain trust, the actual proper brain trust, who seem to be playing and toying with the idea of just like keeping the movies canon but contextualizing them in a way that actually makes them make sense. Which I would be okay for. It's just that it sucks watching 3 sets of 2-hour plus movies and then having to watch like 40 hours of like glossary compendium extra. Okay, well this is what they actually meant. Instead of just making a movie in the first place that makes sense. Or has direction. Or character development. Well, and then speaking of which, I mean, if we're talking in further EU, then just keep rolling with, well, I mean, just spin the whole Dark Forces and then Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast into a series. Like, Jedi Fallen Order did a fantastic job of balancing, like, Jedi gameplay and making it fun, making it interesting, but not making it, like, boring or overpowered. But at the same time, too, like, Jedi Outcast was really fun because you could either swap between, you know, run and gunning with your blaster or, you know, your sidearm, or just, like, equipping your lightsaber and going to town. Plus, instead of robots you had to fight constantly, you were actually fighting acolytes. Nat says, I'm chilling. What about you? You know, just hanging out. Putting up some points, getting some milestones, earning some units. Little this, little that. Pretty good way to spend a Monday night. Alright, so it's just synonymous then, Quinn. Alright. Drug researcher Kapalapa says, hey man, asking if another dude gaming will be streaming later. Well, I mean, if you're streaming by the time I'm done streaming, hopefully, possibly get a raid going. But big howdy, big welcome to you too. Glad to have you here. And then for the cutoff, my rule of thumb is like if I can get up 20 million points a day, then I'm in really good shape. It makes for a really difficult day one because you're naturally 10 hours, at least 10 hours behind. For me, local time at least, depending on, you know, you and your time zone whenever the arena cuts off, local time. But I'm about 10 hours behind, or lose 10 hours a day from the first round, which is basically everything. I lose out on a round of 6 stars, a couple rounds of 5 stars, or a round and a half of 5 stars. So day one is rough, but ending day one as close to 20 as possible just makes the next 2 days that much easier. There was talk that he went for high 40s. That would be even better. Hope so. From what I heard, like 2 years ago, Marvel's plan is to make the next Avengers, the new Avengers, like Jane Thor, Pepper is Iron, what? She-Hulk, Wanda, Black Widow. Seems they're going that way. Maybe. I would be surprised if they keep bringing back Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, unless they create some new angle for like to give her something to do and to grow and develop as a character, I think it would be a lot easier to either give it a clean slate and like have Tony's daughter, or I mean what's more likely is that they're gonna do like what Riri for Ironheart. Just like create a new character from scratch and then run with that. And nothing against She-Hulk, but I think She-Hulk would be a lot more fun for like another Defenders style, Defenders style show. I mean, of course, that's me saying that without seeing anything about the character or the actor's portrayal of her, but I don't know. It's so on the nose. That's so on the nose. Like, give it, like, new Avengers flavor, you know? With different characters. Not just like, hey, it's like the old Avengers, but different. I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, they've done solid for the last 11 years with an extremely exceptional winning track record. So I will certainly give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I haven't heard for a while is the hype getting Charlie Coxon as Matt Murdock somewhere along the way, whether it's in She-Hulk or what. My speculation is that it's going to be nothing more than a glorified cameo. Like, oh yeah, this is the law offices of Nelson and Murdoch, right? And it's like, oh yeah, hey, hi, I'm Matt Murdock. You have my associate Jennifer Waters here. You guys go have fun. I'm just gonna put my feet up on the desk, and that's the last you're gonna see of me. Like that sort of thing, as opposed to like, yeah, we got Daredevil in the MCU proper. And it's not goop. Man, the level of disrespect there. Not wrong. But I don't know. I always try and separate the art from the artist, especially like in situations like that, where it's like, yeah, I mean, I like Gwyneth Paltrow's portrayal of Pepper Potts. It's fun. It's adequate. It works. It's believable. She had decent to really good on-screen chemistry with Robert Downey Jr., which is great. I mean, in real life, I'm not going to touch her product with a 10-foot pole, and none of my female friends are going to either because... But the art that she produces has been pretty good, so I'll give her that. Is it a movie now, She-Hulk? I thought it was they were aiming for it to be another show, but they could have switched it over and transitioned it into a movie. Tom says, hey, Rob and chat. Hope Daredevil gets more screen time than a cameo. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like, if nothing else, like, give them the rumored to be Spider-Man treatment. It's like, yeah, you can make an appearance in the movie, but then you're going to get a spin-off. So there's going to be a Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3, supposedly. So on and so forth. Like, do that. Like, hey, Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, right there. And then you get Foggy back. You get get Karen back too. I was blanking on Karen's name for a second. Deborah Ann Wall. I was like, I know that one, but it'd be weird to say Foggy and Deborah Ann Wall. Karen. And then transition that into either, season 4 of Daredevil, which they have 100% earned. I mean, getting friggin' Emmy nods and whatnot for a superhero show. Yeah, please. And frankly, give them another crack at Defenders as well. I'd be all about it. I would be all about it. And then yes, exactly, Fred. And then Luke Cage as well, because not only did they leave the series at a cliffhanger, but the main ensemble there is really solid too, and that is my Luke Cage. Actor does a fantastic job with that. And you know what? I like Jessica Jones too. I just feel like the writing failed Kristen Ritter, cause she. Oh hey, it's the first time I'm on the new map. Check that out. Well, that's pretty cool. It's definitely gonna take a sec to get my bearings about me and not get lost in the background for good reasons. Well, like, sure, yeah, let's go back here. Why not? It's really interesting. I've completely put a pin in Jessica Jones and the writing. But it's so interesting. This map has like the exact opposite issue. And again, in the best possible ways, but like with the Surtur level and whatnot, a couple of maps are just like pitch black, and it's almost impossible to separate the character from the background, right? Just because it all just blends together. This one almost has the same problem, just inverse. It's that the background is so rich and colorful and inviting to just like dive into the background there. That's like, yeah, oh yeah, there's dudes fighting in the foreground, but what's going on back there? So I got to get used to that. But like season 1 of Jessica Jones was amazing, well written, amazingly acted. She took that character and ran with it. Amazing job. And then season 2 happened, and I don't know. And then season 3, and it's just like, it doesn't feel like the character is growing. You know? It doesn't feel like she's growing, doesn't feel like she's learning, doesn't feel like she's evolving. So it's like you got this trope, this Jessica Jones trope. It's like, oh yeah, you know, grumpy, sullen, always going for a drink or whatever. And that's fine. But I mean, in a universe where characters grow dramatically from one series or one movie to the next to the third, and to have the character essentially be in the same place that we left her at the end of season 1, it's just like, Alright, my dude, I'm gonna need you to throw that special too, please. Thank you. Doink. And then don't even get me started on Iron Fist. Don't even get me started on Iron Fist. The only thing I will say about Iron Fist is if they just completely abandon Danny Rand. Completely abandon him. Like, write him out someplace. He's just derping around, bending, like airbending bullets and whatnot. He's just doing his own thing. And then they keep the new Iron Fist, Colleen. She is just Iron Fist now. We're just rolling with it. We're having a change of the backstory, you know. She is like the Iron Fist going forward. And the main reason I say that, not the only reason, but the main reason I say that is because, especially season 1, okay, sure. Season 2 though, she is the only character that not only is fun to watch, but the only actor that's having like fun playing that role. Like, each scene that she's in, she's having fun with it. She's making the most of it. She's owning that she's chewing the scenery in the best possible way. Not like over dramatic chewing of scenery, but like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and she did, and it conveyed and it read. I was more interested in her and the B story, B plot that they gave her than Danny and all his drama. So it's like, yeah, cool, let's roll with that. I am 1,000% okay with this. Just bring her back. She'll be Iron Fist. Any thoughts on The Boys? I very much enjoy that series. I'm not sure about. I'm not sold on the idea of the spin-offs that they have going for it, where it's like The Boys High School. What do these zany teenagers with powers do in high school? Okay. Sure, I guess. It's been renewed for 2 more seasons. I can see it going for another 1 season easily, or handily. But depending on what they do with season 3 is going to depend on how much I'm looking forward to a season 4. Because just based off of the setup that they have right now at the end of season 2, it's like, yeah, cool. I can see them spending another season to tie up the story point and end the current direction, but 2 seasons based off of, again, where they left it at the end of season 2, I don't know, we'll see. Fun show, fun idea, fun concept. Carl Urban is, of course, so much fun as Billy. And the dude as Homelander is fantastic. It's one of those roles where it's like you don't even see the actor. It's just like, yeah, this is the character. This is the character. Taz saying, yo, Rob. What up, Taz? Pleasure, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Welcome. I like the new background, says Tom. They could use different scenarios in the danger room there. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. I'd be okay with that. Where it's like literally copy pasta of the playing field and you got the drones floating around and all that. But then just mix up the background. I'd be okay with that. And Lefty saying, yo. What's good, Lefty? Welcome to the stream, my friend. What up, what up? When's the next level up event? Probably not the next event, but the event after, or the event after that if they don't loop correctly. Soon, but we just had one. I don't think it was yet. It ended yesterday. It was the day before. Taz says, you weren't lying about Shang-Chi. I'm hyped for him now. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that write-up for the spotlight is very promising. I do need to make a bit of an amendment. He is, again, based off of the write-up, does have flavors of Cosmic Ghost Rider. Just with his 4 different wushu styles, right? So medium, 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 light, medium, medium, light, light, medium, medium, light, 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 medium, right? And those 4 things grant various different benefits, much the same as Cosmic Ghost Rider does, depending on how you end your combo. So he gets slow, he gets unblockable, he gets purify, and then he gets stun, right, for those 4. And then depending on, which one you use first, the first one lasts the longest, the second one a little less so, the third one less than that, so on and so forth. So really, it just depends on the tool that you need for the job, right? So again, Cosmic Ghost Rider Light. But he's also got an Aegon-esque quality to him with his stacking crit hit damage. Where every crit he gets up through the first 300 hits increases his crit damage overall. So that's a bit Aegon-esque. And then he's got his chi charges as well, which is a bit Guardian-esque. So he's a much like a lot of the other champs, he's a modge podge of a lot of different characters, all glommed into one, but very much more so, I think, Aegon Guardian with CGR light as opposed to a mostly CGR champion with those other aspects. Either which way, I'm very much hyped for him. I hope he winds up translating well in gameplay and like how he feels and whatnot too. But just again, based off that write up, yeah, I'm all for it. Danny Rand was better in the Defenders, yes, because, well, for two reasons. First of all, he was better because they had better writers, and then he was also better because he wasn't on the screen a lot. He was there for like the group fight sequences and choreograph some fun things for him to do, but otherwise I'm trying to remember the Defenders series. I haven't seen it in a good while, but he was always paired up against somebody else too. Like I don't remember him holding a scene by himself. He was always with either the entire ensemble. He was with Luke Cage, and that just made things a lot more fun. They would have had to do some serious work in a Heroes for Hire spinoff or Luke Cage season 3 or something to build up that friendship, because they were trying for it. There's just no chemistry there. Set up a lot of fun things though. Set up Daredevil season 3, so I mean that's the best thing to come out of Defenders. Supposedly we're getting a 6-star Dr. Voodoo at some point, with him showing up as an available champion. Sign me up for that. It's another amazing character that I'm never going to wind up getting as a 6-star for months and months and years. Luke Cage was a very good show. Yes. Both seasons. If they do wind up bringing back Luke Cage with the same universe, right? It'll be interesting if they ever reference Mahershala Ali as, who is it, Copperhead? Because it's like, hey, Copperhead is suddenly Blade now. I'll just sweep that one under the rug. Doink. Parry timer is off. There have been way too many hits that I've parried that have not in fact been parries. And that's annoying. Cool. That is bright. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the reworks? What do you guys think about the new characters? What do you think about everything? We'll start from there. We'll work our way down. I mean, Human Torch turned into Captain America. Yeah, but those are different universes. Those are different storylines. If Netflix series winds up getting folded into the MCU and they wind up bringing back Charlie Cox, then the Daredevil Netflix storyline is MCU canon. So it'd be the same actor playing two different roles. Same with his sister. drawing a blank on her name right now. But she was the main antagonist in season 2. But she was the grieving mother in the beginning of Civil War. So I suppose, I mean, it could be the same character, right? You could write her that way, that it's the same character. She had a son in addition to her daughter. Boink. So here's the question, though. Would you like a Wesley Snipes Blade movie now? Or for there to have been like a Blade 4, you know, a year or two after Blade 3? Like modern Wesley Snipes or classic Wesley Snipes? I mean, if that means that we get Ryan Reynolds back in a different capacity, then I suppose that could be a win too. Suddenly Deadpool shows up. For more zany antics. Could be fun. No note on a Deadpool 3, though. I did notice that. No Deadpool 3. Even though, at the very least, they've been working on a script for a good while. Doink. But then, didn't they lose the head writer? If they did, they may have slowed everything down too, just production-wise. Come on, my dude. Boink. Maybe Deadpool could join the Avengers. It's either that or like Deadpool's gonna do like a Loki show-esque bit where he just like either just shows up. Like, he's been there this whole time. Deadpool is the one that, who was it? Prompted the mouse to free Scott from the, not the Phantom Zone. The Quantum Zone, Quantum Realm. Thereby initiating the entire Endgame movie. Like, that's the movie, the Deadpool 3 movie right there. The quest to save the rat. Guys from Bob's Burgers will be doing Deadpool 3. Okay, that news to me, but I'm okay with that. They get Tom Segura coming. He's gonna play another one of either the villain or another Deadpool sidekick. Of course there's falter. Of course there's falter. Why wouldn't there be falter? It's making things difficult. Alright, so moving right along. Got that. Let's throw up Gamora. Did you guys ever have that feeling when you're scrolling through your roster and you're like, when did I get this champion? Or to a lesser degree, when did I get this champion awakened? I did that the other day with Captain Marvel. was like, I didn't realize I had a 6-star Captain Marvel. I didn't realize I had a 6-star Captain Marvel Awakened. When did this happen? I have no idea. But she's there. She's on the account. She's Awakened. It's like, okay, well, I've got a 6-star version, apparently. You can tell that she left a huge impression. Factors strongly into the arena fodder bench warmer category. Text all that. Throw that special one. Zap. Hey, Shift popping in. Shift maneuvers, everybody. Saying, what's up? Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Silver Centurion featured 5-star grind. Going for milestones. Hope you're doing well here, bud. Happy Monday. Text that. Did that follow-up vote for Ant-Man happen? Like, is that over now? Or did they just end round 1 and are going to be all like, yeah, we're going to have round 2 later on, eventually. Because I must have missed it. Let's do Rhino. Rhino works. Doing the same? Very good. What? If you don't mind my asking, what are you saving up for? Saving up for 4th of July, because that is 2 months and 1 day away, guys. 2 months and 1 day away. It's going to be here before we know it. Got a 6-star Captain Marvel on my second account, Unawakened. She's one of my future top champions for sure. Interesting. We're talking about Captain Marvel Classic, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, Captain Marvel Classic isn't bad. She's just super vanilla. The energy absorption she gets when she's awakened is nice. I would prefer that it do a little bit more. Like either absorb more energy or deal more damage, one or the other. But again, for a, was it 2016, 2017 champ, whatever she is, it's not bad. Or was she an OG from 2014? I genuinely don't remember. Boink. I'm just going to block that because I don't want to waste time seeing if she's awakened or not. She is not. I'll tell you, if you get like a couple Emma Frosts back to back to back on a path, like one's awakened, one isn't, and the third one is, always throws me for a loop. I was trying to save units. I had 700 lying around. Went for Omega Red Crystals. All I got were 3 stars and sadness. That sounds like a very, very by the books, very tried and true crystal opening. Rip. Got Marvel Movie as my 6-star in a second. Yeah. Yeah, she is definitely a top champ still. Very cool. It's weird. I always forget that Emma has Power Sting. Like, it's not entirely intuitive, but there she goes with the Power Stings. Pardon me. Get out of here. There we go. I forget. The Sparkles Nick synergy prolongs the duration of Fury buffs, yes, but isn't there a second synergy someplace that boosts the potency of Furies? Or am I just confusing that with the whatchamacallit, with the mastery? Because that mastery I actually do wind up using selectively. Not like in day-to-day regular gameplay, but selectively I wind up using that. Winds up giving Fury a nice little duration boost and potency boost. Yeah, let's just do this. Love Captain Marvel with Rogue. After 25 charges, just ram with the Unstoppable and Indestructible. For sure. I'm just hoping that one of these days, Rogue winds up getting a little bit extra TLC. That 2021 facelift. Alright, come on, my dude. Boink, boink, boink. Got Gladiator Hulk down there. Excellent. I've had people come up and ask about champions, specifically like bleed champions, like who is the best, you know, who should I rank up, that sort of bit. But I think at this point in the game, the bigger question is like pertains to synergies. Like who do you have on your squad already, and which of these like 3 or 4 various like OP bleed champions would best suit everybody else on the squad? That way you can still have your cake and eat it too. There we go. Special me, please. Excellent. Knocks off those charges. Also excellent. Oh, right. Wait, how did that happen? Did I miss the charges somehow? Come on. What a long slog. Oh, a fight. Just for a single unawakened 6-star. That was grueling. But we got there, guys. We got there. Kind of curious what the scores are going to be. How my mind works, right? Going back to the previous concept about asking when the next level up event is, then my mind is like, who would I level up next? And then continuing the train of thought there about level up. Where we go? Come on. Like, how many people must have been leveling up champions all at once just because that was the first second level up event since spring cleaning? Like, what the scores must have looked like for all that, with everybody just investing in their characters all at once. Like if it's a hyper-inflated score, or if people are just chilling, or what. you. Get out of here, Corvus. Doink. Do you play 6-star? Cap, Marvel movie, 4-star Nick, and 5-star Rogue in Arena. Solid squad. Everybody complements each other quite nicely. So I was also going to do this and this. Interesting. Shift says, I use this same combo for doing AQ. There's just so much use and so much that can be said about having a solid Trinity team like that. Not only do they complement each other nicely and build up their own attributes with the synergies and everything else that each one winds up giving, but then you can do a whole lot with them just based on their individual kits, whether it's taking it into like War or AQ, where you've got that 3-man squad or what have you. Like my favorite still probably has to be the original Blade Trinity, just because Blade and Sparky and Ghost Rider wound up doing so many useful things in tandem to have like one of each on the squad. It's pretty nice. Do this and do this and do this, and then after this, probably go open a crystal, perhaps. Come on. Thank you. Brilliant. Alright guys, that is beautiful. I remember Frojo used to have Rogue as his main champion. She's quite useful. She is. She hasn't aged super well. But she still finds really good use in a lot of different synergy teams, which I am all for. Just do this for next time. All right, so but I had said open up a crystal. Let's go open up a 4-star. If you guys want to guess who is going to be in the 4-star, we'll do a mutant skill. Why not? If you guys want to guess who the 4-star is, let me know down in comment section if you're watching after the fact, or chat for all you guys hanging out right now. Go ahead and get that. It is skill and mutant. I'm going to guess it is a Nightcrawler. But before I go, also want to throw up here in the chat, let's go raid Profhoff. I haven't had a chance to raid Profhoff yet. It's unusual for him to be streaming right now at this hour, but yeah, go say howdy with. There's the link with the handle #RobVonRaid. Go say howdy. But as that's spinning out, I want to thank you guys for watching. It is stealthy. Very cool. I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been putting up some points in the 5-star feature arena for Silver Centurion and talking about a whole lot of the cool buffs that the champions are getting and the characters for next week. I'm gonna be, or next month, this month, that's the one. I'm going to be streaming again on Wednesday. Catch you guys then. And if it doesn't work out, Friday and Sunday as well. Forget to encourage you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel. That stuff helps the channel grow. It's a growing channel, and each of that is very much appreciated. John just recently hit 2,000 subs. That's a huge milestone, and I want to thank you guys again for the support and helping the channel get there. So thanks, guys. But till next time, everybody, I'm going to go say hey to Prof Off. Invite you guys to join in as well. Hope to see you over there. But I'm Rob vonShoe. Till next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well all. Bye for now.